That's right, man. We had that. We almost there. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises due to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kodash. All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the elect. It's a brother Parathon back at it with another lesson. And as you can see right there in the little short that I just posted, all right, the American government went to is going to these major car manufacturers, Ford, GM, so on and so forth, all right, to, start really preparing manufacturing weapons, man, like they did in World War II. All right, so this is now, hey, the things that's going on in the so-called Middle East right now. All right, Iran. All right, the Valia Yahweh Shaphat, if you want to call it that. Well, according to the scriptures, right? Hey, it's for the long haul, man. Things is not going to go back to normal. All right, World War III is on the horizon, man. Hey, these prophecies are on and kicking, man, on and moving, man. All right, and just like in the past, well, first of all, America has been, a little humiliated on the world stage. They don't have a lot of weaponry. All right, these stockpiles is running low. Okay, and in comparison with the Iranians, all right, they have a lot of weapons in their stockpile, and it's manufactured, all right, for a fraction of the cost. So guess what? America got to keep up. So they're asking these auto manufacturers to start manufacturing weapons. All right, I think Trump just asked for another 1.5 trillion, all right, in the defense budget, or the war budget, which is really is, what I mean? Technically, we're not at war. All right, I listened to Apostle Hard this morning. All right. Okay, so we in them times, man. We in them times where it's about to get real and it ain't going back to normal, man. Okay, so we say what? Tawade, how about Shimei Shai for that, man? All right. World War III is on the horizon. The destruction of Babylon the Great is at hand. All right, so we're just going to get a couple precepts. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Yeah, that's right, prepare war. And that's what these nations are getting prepared for, man. All right, you see Iran, they say they was prepared 20 years ago. They say that they've been waiting, okay? All right, the U.S., they're late in their preparations, if you want to call it that. All right, but you see what they're doing, man. All right, they circling the wagons, man. All right, they calling on all these manufacturers. All right, all these cars and all these type of things. Hey, man, chill with that. Hey, we need some weapons, man. We about to get ready to go to war, man. All right, a lot of these what they say they're gonna focus on, drones. And it was something else. Damn, I forgot. I forgot what it was. All right. Okay. Okay. So it's a whole. It's a it's getting beautiful, man. It's getting sweet here in Babylon, man. All right. The war drums are being blown. Okay. And the third war is at hand. Right. And that's what we're doing, man. All right. Starting off with our apostles and on down. It says what? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. This is what all these governments of the world doing. Prepare war. Also, Salakia, right? They said the draft is coming back, starting in December, man, which is really a few months away. We're really in the middle of the year already. Okay, what month we in? January, February, March, we in April. All right, so we in the middle of the year already, man. Technically, this year is almost done. That's how fast things are flying, right? Okay, I think there was the Apostle Tahar again. I think somebody said, even the people in the world, all right, realize the time is flying, super fast. I didn't get a chance to watch a video, but I remember that headline. All right, so it says what? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Yeah, that's right, man. So guess what? These nations are being prepared for war. All right, the draft is happening over here. All right, they're talking about putting boots on the ground over there in the Middle East. So, all right, It is what it is. It's prophesied, man. All right, a lot of young men are going to die in the war, man. All right. Everything that's in the scriptures, everything is coming to pass, and we're watching it right before our eyes. It says what? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. And that's what it is, right? Okay? The vast majority of the money is going to go to what? To weaponry, man. All right, you got some simple people out here. Well, if we wouldn't go to war and to put the money in schools and that ain't happening, man. That ain't happening. All right. All right. This third woe is prophesied in the scriptures, and it's gonna happen. All right. These people out here think, it's gonna get better, quote unquote. All right, because better is, what would depend. It depends on, what lens you looking at it from. If you're in this truth, as it get quote unquote worse, it's better for us, man, because we know the kingdom is at hand. All right, and these people out here, they're looking for it to get better, and it's just gonna get worse. So they're fucked up, man. All right, that's why we say Tawada Yabashim Yoshai for this truth. Right? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hook into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong, and that's another thing, man. All right, we see with Iran, they're showing the world that they nobody to fuck with. They're showing the world, hey, all right, hey, they not no pushover, man. After what they did, after what Nero 47 and them did to Venezuela. Hold on one second. Let me just see something. You gotta do that. All right. All right. And not only that, all these nations, they also have what? Nuclear capabilities. Okay. So we watching the fall of America right before our eyes, man. The big bully on the block. All right, that was bullying people for many years. Guess what? The weak say they strong. All right. They got technology, they got weaponry, they got stockpiles, and these nations they got nukes, man. All right? Hey, so it is gonna go down. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, oh Lord. Yeah, that's right, man. So guess what? Boots gotta go on the ground, man. Yes, it's America. They bomb and a lot of things, with drones and all these type of things. But guess what? Hey, boots gotta go on the ground too, man. Right? Boots gotta go on the ground too. So hey, we getting there, man. We're getting there. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up from the valley of Yehoshaphat, right? The so-called Middle East, the valley of decisions, right? That's what it is. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's right, man. All right? The Lord judgment is going to go out. So all of them nations that are gathered, they're fighting, all right, one to another right now, but ultimately they're going to join forces to try to fight against the Lord, man. All right? Ultimately, and guess what? They're going to be utterly destroyed. They're going to utterly destroy all these armies of these, of these nations, of these heathens. They're going to get crushed, all right, when the Lord makes his return, man. Okay? So it's a beautiful time, We don't get caught, we don't get panicked when we hear news like that, man. We rejoice. Okay, we say Tawada Yabashim Yahushai because the transfer of kingdoms is happening right before our eyes. Okay, it says because of what? Because on unrighteous dealings, riches got by deceit, the kingdom is being translated from one people to another, and that's what we're watching right now, man. All right, these Edomites, so-called white people, guess what? Their time of ruling, all right, is coming to an end. Is coming to an end. And guess what? They can feel it in the air, man. They know what it is. They feel it in the air. All right, they're panicking on all these social media sites or what have you, right? And guess what? It ain't about to get better. It's going to get exponentially worse, man. All right, it's about to get worse. I'm gonna just read. We know the precepts, so we're gonna keep it basic. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 16. We're gonna start at 17. All right, it says, this is Ezra's right here, having visions. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, that's right. Ezra's seen the future, and he's seen what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? He's seeing now, and he's seeing what it's looked like. He's seeing what the earth is gonna look like. All right, he's seen the famines. He's seen the weaponry. He's seen the death. He's seen all. He's seen how crazy it is right now. Right. So it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, that's right. So you gotta, it's so bad. Hey, you know what I mean? It's only the Lord could deliver you out of it, man. Out of this, man. It says what? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, right? And this is the time we're in right now, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. All right, the fire, it got sparked up a little bit, all right? It's building up, but it's not at its peak right now. It's not you ain't got that blue flame. You ain't got that, you know what I mean? All right, but the fire is being kindled, okay? It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Yeah, that's right, the beginning of famine and great death. Because not only that, okay, a lot of fertilizer comes from, all right, the so-called Middle East. All right, that's all right. I think America uses like 20-30% of their fertilizer. All right, the farmers, they're already having problems with seeds and all of these type of things, so their business is already running being messed up. The trucking industry, all right, that's messed up. So guess what? It's gonna come a great famine over here, man. People are gonna start starving to death, man. All right, these supermarkets don't really, they say it hold 3 days worth of food, but if it's like a big rush, them 3 days could be consolidated, into a few hours, man, one day. All right, I remember. Well, I ain't gonna say I remember like it's so long ago. Whenever they had a couple of snowstorms here on the East Coast, New York City or whatever. Went to the grocery store to pick up a few things, Whole Foods, and guess what? The shelves are empty. The shit is super full, and that's just for a little snowstorm, man. All right, so you can imagine when things is real, right? You could imagine the chaos, right? So it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. That's right, man. The beginning of wars, man. So hey, America getting prepped, man. All right, they got their ass beat. They trying to run it back. All right, they wanna have some weaponry right now, and in the spirit of, because they did this in World War II. All these car manufacturers, they really switched to manufacturing weapons, man. All right, so they running that back. All right, and they say it's not confirmed yet, but hey, you know what I mean? It's right around it's not far from the realm of possibility. I'm gonna say it like that. Okay, so it says the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Here, the beginning of evils. The scriptures speak about what? Have there been evil in the land, and the Lord have not done it? Right? But Ezra, he knows what it is. All right, hey, who we gonna depend on? Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. That's who we put our trust in. That's who we put, our faith in. Right? All right, the Lord's gonna take care of us. Okay, hey, the scriptures speak about, hey, we're gonna scarcely make it, into the kingdom. So guess what? Hey, our faith is gonna be tested. Our faith is gonna be tested, and that lets you know nothing earthly, if you will, is going to save you. Your money is not going to save you. Your silver and gold, your 401k, the so-called white man, he definitely ain't saving you. Your prepping and all these type of things, hey, it's not going to save you in the day of the Lord's wrath, man. You got to be locked in. All right, we got to be locked in, because this is right, around the corner. This is right around the corner. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Yeah, that's right. Destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. It says, for the sword and their destruction draw it nigh. Yeah, that's right. The sword, great death, and destruction draw it nigh. Yeah, it's right around the corner. All right? All right, this is exciting times that we're in right now. All right, for us in this truth. Okay, but we're not getting carried away. All right, ultimately, right, it's really going to pop off when that MOTB is being made mandatory. Okay. Okay. All right. But this, how things are going, is going way faster than what it was, okay, in the past. All right. It says, for the sword and their destruction draw it nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Yeah, that's right, man. All right. So it's going to be chaos all throughout the planet. Right? America's getting ready for their war. They're prepping for, you know what I'm saying, to fight. Right? You know, one nation against another. All right, America and their allies, which right now they see their only allies, you know, the small hats, versus the rest of the heathen, man. All right, so the sword and the destruction draw it nigh. Okay. All right, so things are going to get critical. All right, that's all I really wanted for that right there. You know, it's not going to be too long. All right. So they're in preparation for what's about to come. Okay, a lot of people are pissed. Well, you know, we shouldn't have voted for this guy. And hey, listen, it don't matter who was in office, man. This is the Most High program. This is his program. All right, and it was written. These things were written from the beginning, so it must happen. It must happen. So that's why, we don't give a fuck about this place. All right. We do what we have to do, but in reality, we're praying for the downfall of this place. All right, ask the Lord to hasten the destruction, right? Hasten His return, and ultimately, all right, with these little wars, these little skirmishes, all right, this place is gonna go into a nuclear war. All right, that's what it is. You know, they say maybe a few days ago, Trump wanted to, you know, let off a little pocket nuke. He was talking that crazy. We gonna destroy your whole civilization and all these crazy things that he's saying, right? He was thinking about, you know, dropping a little sum, but you know, they said the generals talked him out of it, but ultimately, it's not the time for that yet. All right, it's not the time for that yet. When they drop pocket nukes or something, maybe, I don't know. All right, but we're not in the time for the nukes yet. That's why we wasn't taking it serious. All right, when he said that, because the MOTB is not mandatory. It's not made mandatory. All right, you can't do things according to your time. All right, you have to do things according to the time. All right, of the Heavenly Father. Okay. All right, so now ain't no time for the nukes yet. Okay, but guess what? They almost they're right around the corner. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says what? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Yeah, that's right. So, you know, that's the old way of fighting, man. All right, that hand-to-hand combat. But now we live in that time. It's not like that, man. All right, but guess what? It's still war. It's still going to be gory. Okay? It's a new type of war. All right? We're dealing with different type of weaponries. We're dealing with drones. All right? We're going to be dealing with robots, right? Cyborgs, all these type of things. This is a new way. They want to say a more advanced way, you know, in terms of technology. All right, to like my English, technology, right? It's going to be that type of war, all right? But ultimately, regardless of all of that, it says, All right, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments ruled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. But ultimately, all right, nukes are going to fly. Ultimately, nukes are going to fly. Right? Okay, that's how this place, America, aka Babylon the Great, aka spiritual Solomon, Egypt, is gonna go out, man. Nuclear fire, destroyed from off the face of the earth. The earth. No man is gonna dwell here anymore. All right, just you know, them desert creatures. All right, that's gonna dwell here, man. No man is gonna dwell here because these nations, more specifically, Yahweh Shemir Shai, the Heavenly Father and His Son, is tired of this place, man. Tired of this place. So guess what? This place is gonna be is what 200 and some years old, 250 years old, or something like that. Guess what? You came into power. It took you that long. Guess what? The Lord's gonna take you out of power, all right, in less than an hour. Okay. That's what it is. And this place is just going to be a monument, all right, showing, all right, the Lord's power, all right? You know, that's what they do. That's how the Most High do, man. He build you up and then he crush you in no time, to show his power, man. It's a beautiful thing, all right? It's a scary thing. And this is why we want to stay, all right, on, all right, his right side, okay? His good side, all right? All right? So it says, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments ruled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So we expect things to get, progress a little more. It ain't going back to normal, man. Shit ain't going back to normal. This place is done. All right? And we here, all right, we're going to declare, we're going to continue to prophesy until we can't anymore. All right, we going to watch this show, man. Fuck this place, man. All right, so just a quick short lesson. All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises due to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kokodash. All right, until next time, Shalom.